Here's another look at our youngest riders, 6 to 8 years old on these stock 50 machines. We've got bikes from Honda as well as Yamaha out there this afternoon. And again, we are handing out 6 AMA #1 plates this weekend. So for these young riders, some of them their first opportunity to get one.
I love this class. It gives these riders such a young age to get out here and start working on lines and picking up different things. The earlier you start, the better off it's going to help you throughout your career. So I really enjoyed watching these riders qualifying this afternoon. I just couldn't believe how fast these young guys are going through that first chicane. It was a little bit scary.
See them all at the ready. You know, we talked to Kyle Kang, one of the youngest riders that's out there earlier today. He just turned 6 years old on June 26th. He was born in 2019, Roger. It was not that long ago.
No.
What were you doing in 2019?
I can't believe it.
It's great to have all of these kids that are interested in this. You know, he starts first grade on Wednesday. It's going to be a big week for young Kyle.
Also, in this class as well, they give the riders a little bit more leadway on the starts. After the warm-up lap, their parent, crew, whoever can come back and make sure they get lined up right. So they do get a little extra help in that aspect, but pretty good opportunity to learn about grids as well.
7-lap race for these young riders as they're still waiting to be able to get out to the racetrack. You know, we talked about the temperature has gone up this afternoon, so the track is a little bit greasier than it was this morning. Roger, when you're only 6 years old, 7 years old, how aware are you of those things?
You're not aware. You're just trying to, you know, you're just a kid. You're not going to know the track's a little bit slower. Not Cooper Jazikoff, brother, already got a win today. They're sitting on pole.
You see Marcus Sue in the middle of row number 1, qualifying second, and Bruno Bolanos rounding out our front row.
And Chimp Lepley, Cruz Texter, Camden Deal, they're 6th.
Cruz Texter, the son of Corey Texter, that we talked to earlier. Great to see him out there this weekend. He wasn't sure he was going to make it. And there's young Kyle Lang sitting in 7th on row number 3. Maximus Nolan qualified 8th, and then Riley Raines qualified 9th. Back on row number 4, you have Colton Parker with Everly Landry and Maverick Tranchetti rounding out our field of 12. Coming around on the siding lap. Bikes obviously aren't as fast as some of the bigger bikes, but with the kids that are still learning it, Roger, what are some of the key things that they can do here?
It's just trying to figure out lines. I think that's the biggest thing for somebody that's 6 years old, is just trying to put yourself in the right line and start getting those good habits.
You know, I was listening to Corey Texter earlier talking about his son Cruz, and you know, some of the challenges, like he's better on the right-hand corners than he is on the left-hand corners, but some of it is just the fact that he's so small and the way that the bikes are built, and just trying to figure out what is what and where it is and how to control it. Those are big lessons. Cooper Jazikoff qualified on pole. As we mentioned, it was a 1:11.3 for him. He was almost a full half second faster than the rest of the field. So a great way to start off qualifying for that young 7-year-old. He was also fastest in the practice sessions yesterday afternoon.
Marcus Sue, I seen he had a crash this morning in the first qualifier through that first chicane, was able to get up and get back going. See all the parents down there giving them the last advice. Corey Tex there talking to Cruz, trying to give him some last minutes, a little bit of encouragement.
He said that he doesn't have the opportunity to talk to him and work with him as much as he would like to, so it's great to see him able to get out there to the grid and give him some encouraging moments. But look at the helmets on these little riders. That was one of the things that we commented on with the smaller stature of the 6 to 8-year-olds. The helmets look like they're gigantic. All the parents and coaches and mentors, everyone has cleared the grid for the warm-up lap. See everyone staying in their own space on the warm-up lap, not wanting to get too close to anybody else and just make it around. It's really another practice lap for these young riders.
And a good opportunity for them to see what it's going to look like through that chicane off the start. It gets tight, especially for a young rider who's never went in. Some of these riders, it's their first time to a big full grid like this. Everybody funneling down into one corner.
A lot of these riders also flat trackers. You were talking about, Roger. In terms of race weekends, what are some of the differences for them?
Well, I think it's just able to. There's some habits that you can learn from flat track, like you really stay in the inside, where you for cruise probably turns in corners a little early. Something a little bit different. But I think it helps as a young rider to do all kinds of different disciplines of motorcycles. I think you can learn a little bit everywhere you ride, and then once you hone down on one toward the end of your young kid career and get ready for the pro.
You can see there on the starting grid that they have allowed everyone to go back out to help their rider get to their grid position, but they were also all telling him, slow down, slow down, you're coming back around. Learning where the brake is just as important as the throttle.
Some parents, too, telling their kid where the light is so they know exactly where to look.
See Chase in the leathers giving his brother Cooper, our pole sitter here in the Stock 50 class, giving him extra little pat on the back. He's already watched his big brother win this afternoon. See if he can get one as well. All right, that's the call to action. Everybody clear the grid. Now it's up to these young riders. See what they can do. 7 laps. It's a lot of racing. All right, here we go. It is go time. Race number 1 for Stock 50. It was a great start for our pole sitter. Looks like everybody's pretty calm going into the opening first corners.
It's a great start for Cruz Texter there. Is that him in second?
From the middle of row number 2. Bike 261, I believe that is Cruz Texter. See him having to get defensive. Front 5 starting to pull away just a little bit.
Okay, Marcus Sue going to try to ride around the outside of Cruz. If he can just stay there, right, put himself in the right spot there when the track was starting to go left. Now Cruz is back in third.
You can see the way they use their full bodies to really transition the bikes. It's different as they get bigger.
Notice, too, a lot of these young guys in this class, they don't really lean off the bike as much. And then you talk about what can these riders work on, and that's something that they have to, especially if they come from another discipline, is figuring out how to lean off the bike.
Marcus Sue on the number 66 qualified second, but after getting around Cruz, you can see how quickly he got right up to the tail end of Cooper Jazikoff, our pole sitter. It's a great couple of corners for him to be able to close that gap. Cruz holding on to third.
Passed a little, no.
Oh, he thought about it. Looks like Marcus's handlebars are, like the bars are up higher. Yeah. Is that just a preference?
I think so. He's close enough now. You can see he's trying to be able to make the pass.
And he has certainly closed the gap down, and that that full lap there to Cooper. Cooper's got his big brother standing at the fence. You can see him yelling him on. Corey has Chip right there, looking to get around him as well. This is the battle for third. We saw Cruz with that great start.
Marcus is really strong through this last kind of part of this track. See how he closes right back up and almost close enough. He can just stay a little bit closer next lap. I think he could maybe try to make a move.
Marcus Sue's one of the Apex Racing Team riders. You're talking about Apex Racing as he looks to make the pass, and at the line he was right there with him. Not enough to hold on to the position, but now Cooper knows he's there. He knows how close it is. 4 laps remaining. You know, we talked about how aware they are of the track changing and the temperature changing and conditions, but in terms of a competitor being there, Roger, they can hear the other bike.
You can hear it. See what Marcus is definitely closer this lap as we get to the second half of this track.
Marcus also just 7 years old, out of Tustin, California.
Here we go. Just needs to get a little bit closer. Plus the laps are winding down. He's doing a great job, Marcus is being patient, not forcing the issue just yet. See, Cooper runs a little bit wide there with the lapper.
That opens the door. Marcus is right there to take advantage. So now Cooper has to go on the offense, see if he can get himself back around Marcus Sue with 3 laps remaining. It's really these front two have broken away from the rest of the field. In terms of getting through traffic, Roger, these are some of the lessons that we talk about, the opportunities. And look at Cooper able to stay patient and see if he can hold on to it.
Marcus did a great job trying to cut back under him as well. Both those riders, great job. Marcus, though, able to hang on top.
I mentioned the fact that Marcus is out of California. Cooper is out of New Jersey. So think about how often these two actually race against each other in their young 7 years.
Right.
Love, you can hear it through the microphones, the chanting from the fence line, the go, go, go. Marcus Sue continuing to lead now, 2 laps remaining. Cooper Jazikoff with the gap now at just over half a second between the two of them, but there is more traffic ahead. It influenced earlier. We'll see how they're able to work it this lap.
Cooper's a little bit better through the first part of this track. You can kind of see he's able to close right down on Marcus through there. Now, when we get out of this fast left and they start to go downhill, it seems like that's where Marcus is a little stronger.
Had an incident for a rider. He's able to get himself off of the line. Yellow flag being shown at that section of the racetrack while they work to get the bike off of the racetrack. Actually continuing up front. Coming around to take the white flag. This is the battle for the lead here in the Stock 50 category. Marcus Sue continuing to lead over Cooper Jazikoff, our pole sitter. But Cooper is right there, not wanting to let him out of his sight. Cruz Texter continuing to hold on to third with Chip Lampley right behind him in fourth, and then Bruno Bolanos rounding out our current top 5. This is the final lap. Cooper Jazikoff able to get around Marcus Sue. Coming up on more traffic. This is where Marcus was able to make the pass stick earlier. Think about a young 7-year-old rider having to go back to his brother that already won earlier today.
See Marcus through here, not close enough. He wants to, though.
You can hear him cheering at the line, coming to the stripe. Who's it going to be? It's a drag race with the head bobbing. Cooper Jazikoff able to take the checkered flag. Marcus Sue just 1/10 of a second behind him in second. I'm looking out the window right now, and I can see Mom and Dad and big brother Chase having to keel over to take a sigh of relief. That was an intense battle, and what a great job by these young riders.
Yeah. What a great last lap by Cooper as well, 10.8. That's half a second quicker than he qualified. He needed it, though, to put that move on Marcus. Marcus rode a great race, too. He's going to be feel a little bad for him to lose out at the end, but it's part of it.
He made some great passes. And you can see Cooper, how excited he is. That's awesome. 7 years old. Just turned 7 years old back in April. Pumped up. He's going to get to come and celebrate with his team,
revving the bike
his
up.
parents. You can hear him still yelling. You can see, if you look at the top of your picture, see him running over, offering their congratulations as all the riders making their way off of the racetrack. Future stars of the sports right there. But you can see how competitive they are.
Oh, yeah. You can see what it means to him. You see how excited he was to get that win.
And we talk about the commitment that these families make to be able to go from racetrack to racetrack each and every weekend during the race season for these young competitors. But then you see how much it means to them personally. It's a great reward for everybody that puts all of the backing behind it. There's a look at young Cooper Jazikoff. Congratulations to him on that first race win. Marcus Sue right there. The whole race, a great ride for him as well.
Chip Lampley there, third. Cruz Texter loses out on that battle for the top 3 there in fourth.
Making out our top 5 is Bruno Bolanos. You've got Kyle Kane, the youngest rider on the property. They're finishing 6th. Great ride for him.
Camden Deal, good ride there in 7th.
Maximus Nolan, Riley Raines, and Colton Parker rounding out our top 10. Maverick Tancredi able to finish in 11th. We had one rider not able to finish. That was Everly Landry. So look to get all 12 of them back out there later on this afternoon. You can see riders starting to make their way over. Next up will be GP 110, race number 1. It is our last of the first races for the 6 categories that are here on the property. That's for riders between the ages of 8 and 12-year-olds. Well, they all get lined up. Let's go ahead and hear from our race winner in the Stock 50, Cooper Jazikoff. Congratulations, Cooper. That was a great ride.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really good. My tires are smooth. I passed him right on the last lap, and I got the win.
What was your favorite part of that race?
I just went faster and faster. I heard Marcus, so I just went way faster, and I won it.
You knew that he was right there with you. It was a great battle between the two of you. Did you see anywhere where you can get faster later on this afternoon?
Yeah, I really liked it, and I got faster and faster until the race, and then I just passed Marcus on the last lap, and I'm really happy.
You think you can win the race this afternoon?
Yes.
So you had the fastest lap of that race also. You were able to improve from qualifying by over half of a second. You think you can go even faster?
Yeah, I can go way faster.
We also saw your brother Chase win earlier today in the Stock 110 category. Did you want to win just so he didn't beat you?
Yeah.
I see you got Baby Yoda there on the leathers. Was the force with you today?
Yeah.
All right, one more question. You and your brother, who has more missing teeth right now?
My brother.
Your brother. The Tooth Fairy has certainly been busy at the Jazikoff household up in New Jersey, so I can see this season. Good luck later on this afternoon, but great job today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
How's it going? Yeah. We're here for the 50 race.
Where is he?
Yeah, we're here for the 50 race. I'm Hank Vosberg, a Talent Cup racer and Twins Cup racer also.
I'm Bodie Page. I race in the Talent Cup, and I'm 15 years old.
Yeah, we're here with the 50 class. I think this is ages 6 to about 10. Some riders even age 5, I've heard. So, yeah.
Which is kind of insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a good race. The changes are the weather's. The lights have come on. It's really late now, but the track seems to be drying.
Yeah, all the kids coming up to the pit exit, ready to go out and line up for the grid.
Yeah, and their dad's giving them some last minute pep talks, and they'll be ready to race.
Yeah, it looks like the track's drying out now, so I think these kids will have a little bit of confidence going into it, so it should be a good race.
Let me see, Cruz Texture here was able to go second fastest. But Bruno with a little bit of second gap over the rest of the field, so see if he's able to break away.
Yeah. Well, I started racing when I was 7, so I wasn't too young, but I was young enough to the point where I was not that good and just a little bit dumb.
Yeah.
My mum and dad didn't actually race, so we went out to a friend's backyard one evening, and they were riding, so we just asked if we could ride, and yeah, I mean that's kind of where it kicked off, and then I got bikes for Christmas. Yeah.
Were you friends with Sam, like when you started riding?
No, me and Sam were friends like 2 years in. So yeah, I mean I started racing like 6 months after I started riding. So,
what was your first bike?
It was a TTR 110 Yamaha.
Ooh.
Freaking ripping.
Yeah.
What was your bike?
It was a KDX 50 with training wheels. I was like 2 years old in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still have videos of me and my mom and my dad.
You gotta show me one of them later.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll send it to group chat.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, these kids, they just gotta go in. They can't be sending it right away because at least they had this warm-up session to go and figure out what the track is like. But someone's definitely gonna try and break away, and it's just trying to latch on to the person in front of you. So.
Yeah, I can see that some of the kids have put slicks on, and some of them are doing wet. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see which ones will go quicker. But yeah, I think it'll turn out to be a good race.
Yeah, and those reins will have a little softer compound, so they might have a little more traction. But I don't know if these little bikes will end up burning them up, so that might be better for them.
Yep. So the grid, we have Cooper Jazikoff on first row, Marcus Sue in second place, and Bruno Bolino.
We have Chip Lampley, Cruz Texter, and Caden Dill.
For the third row, we have Kyle Lang, Maximus Nolan, Riley Rains.
Row 4, we got Colton Parker, Everly Landry, and Maverick Tancredi. We know Cruz Texter he said he's really excited for this. He says he's going to try out some flat track style. But yeah, he's really nervous because he doesn't want to do the foot out. But yeah, I know he's ready for this wet conditions.
Yeah, I'm excited to see which riders will go foot out and knee out, and yeah, I tried the foot out in the Grom race, and I didn't feel too comfortable doing that, so I just went with the knee out and took a little risk. But I mean, it felt good for me.
Yeah, well, and I think Kyle Kang, he's the one that I noticed this morning. He had really good body position out there, like almost dragging elbow on these little 50s. So,
yeah, it's good to see these little kids getting their style early on, and I can tell that the Marcus kid, his style is really good. I was impressed with what he was doing on the bike. So, yeah, and Cruz, his style is good. He's impressing me with his too as well. So.
Mm-hmm. The riders are now entering up onto this front straightaway. Kind of their only straightaway part, other than the first sector. But this is a tricky spot right here because it gets really slick. We saw a decent amount of riders go down there in the earliest sessions, and then as they go up the hill to this kind of no man's land, we call it. It's usually pretty good traction here because it's kind of banked, and then as they make their way down the hill into this fast little S section.
Yeah, they come down here, hard braking area into a little switchback. So, yeah, I think there's a good passing zone into here. Come up the inside, get a good run, but from here it's all downhill. So, yeah, if they have pretty good momentum from going uphill at the start, they should be pretty quick down here.
We saw Monty make a pretty good
bold
move.
move.
Yeah, bold move on Kent State. That was a wild race to watch there. Yeah, as the riders come up, finishing their sighting lap.
You can see all the parents on the grid, ready to catch their riders. Yeah, these last two corners are pretty slippery, especially the second last one. That one caught a few people out earlier in the races. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if these kids have confidence straight away.
We see a couple siblings out there and friends giving them last minute talks. So. These nerves that they have, it's hard to fight them, but everyone's talking to them. You just gotta stay in the zone, especially kind of getting dark out. It's hard to stay focused. Some of these kids are getting tired, as we see Cruz here making his way to the grid, and yeah, these riders will be going anytime soon.
You can see some of these riders looking pretty serious and ready to race. We can see the 95. He's ready to race.
Yeah, there's 95 to Bruno Bolanos starting there. Yeah, we my first time actually riding with MotoAmerica was in the Mini Cup for the first round of it a couple years ago, and they're off for their warm-up lap. This would be a time to get the nerves kind of shaken up, get your heart rate up, and get in the zone.
Yeah, and just try and test the track out, push a little bit through the lap, and just see where the slippery spots are.
Yeah, and it's always tricky because you wanna push, but obviously you can't put the bike down on the warm-up lap. But yeah, it's just a good time to get the tires warmed up because they've been sitting out and probably cooled off a little bit. But yeah,
as they make their way up into this, what do you call it, no man's land?
No man's land, yeah.
Yeah, this corner's fun. I've heard a few kids like that corner. It's just a long sweeper and coming down the hill. So.
Yeah, and then got a little wheelie hill on the bigger bikes, but none of these 50s will be getting that. And then this drop right here that the riders are coming through. That one's can be a sketchy one, especially in these cold conditions. If you're offline, it's super dirty. So we see the marks from previous crashes already.
What do you think it's going to be, a big group or a little group? Just two people or quite a bit?
I think the riders that are willing to break away will do it. But these kids, they don't have the experience of kind of knowing what to do at a young age. So I think most of them will kind of just send it right away. But yeah, it'll be a good race.
Yeah, as we see them start to line up again, get ready for the race. And yeah, it should be good. I definitely think a few of these kids are going to be pretty confident from the start. So the riders that are behind are going to need to latch on pretty quick because they're going to break away, I think. So
I see a couple riders choosing the tinted visors, but hopefully none of them end up fogging up because it's it's pretty tricky with these conditions because if it starts fogging up, you have to try and crack the visor, and then some kids don't know kind of what to do, and it might be tricky if you're going to a corner and you can't really see anymore. So yeah, it's just good to see what they're choosing as everyone's clearing the grid. Everybody's ready to go.
And
revs are up.
KK's about to walk off, and let's get ready to go racing.
Red flag's away. The lights are on.
And here we go.
Woo, big wheelie.
Oh, Cruz Dexter got a great start. Oh, he tries to go up the inside first corner.
One rider way to the side.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, jeez.
As they make their way up into the first straight, up into the little chicane.
Oh, big moment
we see,
from the 4th place position.
We see Cruz Dexter, Cooper Jazikoff, and Bruno Bolino.
Oh, jeez. Big high side. Ooh.
That
was
like
a bad one. That is a nasty crash there.
Good to see he's up.
Yeah, limping away, but that was a... Jeez, what a crash. Hopefully they're okay.
Yeah, it was just looked like it. Still looks like a little bit slick there for these little bikes, but these two out front still broke the pack. So yeah, definitely the early confidence for these two.
That's the number 66 of Marcus Sue and Cruz Dexter right behind him. Yeah, these riders are definitely pushing the pace. Looks like Cruz is looking for any way around him.
Win for this weekend.
That would be his first one?
Yeah, he hasn't ridden in a while, I've heard, so I mean it looks like he's doing pretty good here.
He's gonna try and square him up on the last corner here. Get a drive on him as the other rider looks over at him.
Oh, he's looking over at him, seeing where he's gonna go.
Here's a replay of the crash. Looks like the rider's just...
The back. Oh.
Jeez.
Just looked like it gripped up and just chucked him over the front there.
That was
As
gnarly
we see,
crash.
Cruz Dexter starting to pull away.
Yeah. This is his moment to kind of get a break on him now as they get into the technical stuff. There's not much of a draft on these little bikes just because they're not going that fast, but
yeah, especially with 4 laps to go, Cruz, with getting this big of a gap this early, it's going to be hard for the other riders to close in when they build their confidence or they start feeling comfortable.
Yeah, we see here it's number 95 of Bruno Bolino. It's just in the back of our picture. Just kind of staying in touch there with Marcus. And then there's a bigger gap back to Camden Dill, who's leading up this 2-rider battle here.
You see Cooper Jazikoff and the 26 of Kylie Kang.
Kyle, I think that's the 5-year-old in our group here. She's doing good.
As we see them come into the 3rd last corner into this big long right, is a pretty slippery corner when it's wet. I was having a few moments, so they managed to get there through pretty well. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is our previous race winner, Cooper. Maybe just not having the confidence of the dry. Probably maybe out a moment in the warm-up session, but yeah, he did good in the first race, and yeah, just rounded up here.
Here we see the little pack of 3 back here battling for 7th.
One of the riders tried to go up the inside there, just kind of falling in tow, see if they can go for any moments. There's a good patch of dirt back there, which I saw a couple riders on the first lap have some moments.
Turn 3, yeah.
Yeah.
As they come up through the first chicane now, we see Marcus Sue and
Bruno is able to close the gap on him dramatically. Thinks
these two are having a good little battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see. It's good to see some good racing through this class. I know some of them are pretty aggressive and love the throttle. So
yeah, this I think he's gonna try and square him up in the last corner here to get a shot at Cruz Dexter with a big gap on the rest of the field. Looks like he looks really comfortable here.
His gap's come out to 5.1 seconds. So that's very impressive for being 3 laps in.
Yeah. Now
see these two going at it.
There's a battle for a second as Bruno trying to make a move where he can. He might be just falling behind until the last lap.
Oh, little moment there for Marcus. Little front end moment.
Bruno's going to take the wider sweeping line to see if he can get a run, as Marcus is a little bit more defensive.
good line there from Bruno. Get the run down the hill, and maybe he'll line up a pass into this corner.
These guys follow back in line behind him to go through this swoopy S section. Down into the drop. Bruno with a good run through there.
Oh, he's
trying
might
to
make the pass.
Marcus looking back over at him. The last lap, you can see that.
Good little battle, 6/10. Bruno was faster than Marcus on that last lap.
We're coming out the white flag for
as Cruz
Cruz
takes
Dexter.
It now.
With a really big gap, so we know he can kind of back off a little bit and just manage the race as he's been for this.
Looks really focused. Looks like he's just hitting his marks every time. And 7.1 seconds on the coming to the final lap.
Here's the back to our battle for second through the little dirt section there.
Coming up the hill, let's see if Bruno can make a pass anywhere. Coming through the top chicane.
It's just cool to see their faces through the clear visors. You can see how focused they are.
See where they're looking, see if they can try and go up the inside somewhere. Maybe even the outside.
Yeah, Bruno's gonna try this pass again. Side by side, come down the hill. Marcus is looking at him.
Oh, couldn't quite make it happen. Just Marcus too good on the brakes into that corner. Let's see if he can try something down into this turn.
Both really good through here. Oh, trying to squeeze. Bruno's really good on his exits. As Marcus is super defensive. He's gonna try and square it up on him again. Marcus looking back.
Has a look back to see where he is, and 3 corners to go. I think Bruno's a little too far back to make something happen.
Here comes Cruz, taking his first ever win as they get up on some lap traffic. Second and third.
And it looks like Marcus is going to take second with Bruno coming to third. That was an excellent last 2 laps from both of them. And we got
Cruz, he is pumped for his first race win. You can just see the excitement through his visor.
We got Camden Dill coming in 4th, Cooper Jazikoff 5th.
Cooper and Kyle, we can see through our window, are in a pretty good battle as they come to this last corner.
Cruz Texo look like he's looks like he's pumped, but just ready to get out of his gear. He looks hot, but
yeah,
that was a good race from him. He had confidence straight away, which is pretty impressive, knowing that the track's still a little bit damp. But
and the flat tracker in him is coming out, and he's yeah, he's feeling the slidiness, so it's a good race for him.
As he comes into the pits, let's see what he let's see if he has a celebration or.
No, that was that was your mechanic, right?
That was, yeah. Corey Texas somewhere along the fence, somewhere.
The results from this race. Cruz Dexter taking the win with a 9-second gap. Marcus.
Bruno Bologna, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but Bruno comes into second with Camden Dill, Marcus Sue in second, Bruno in third, and Camden Dill coming to 4th.
First race winner, Cooper Jazenkoff, a little bit further back with Kyle King and Colton Parker right behind him.
Riley Raines in 8th place, and Maximus Nolan 9th, and Maverick. That's another hard name to pronounce, but yeah, all of these riders really well going out there and riding the track. I know that definitely would have been difficult for them. So yeah, just I'm sure they all learned something out there. So yeah, it was definitely good for their racecraft.
Have a talk with Cruz as he makes his way over here.
Here he comes. He looks hyped. A little bit nervous as well.
Yeah. Coming up next is our looks like our 110 class, GP 110. A couple riders making their way up to the grid, both on rain tires. So maybe they just didn't have enough time to switch them over. So
here we go. Cruz is on the headset. So here we go.
What do I do?
Talk to us about the race.
How'd your race go? We saw you got off to a good start, and you had confidence from the start. Explain to us how that race went.
Good.
Yeah, it didn't feel slippery at all?
No.
Did you try out the foot out at all that you told me you were going to do, or did you just do knee out the whole time?
Knee out the whole time.
Was it, yeah. Do you have more confidence, do you think, doing that?
Yes.
It was good. I saw you made some good passes there on Marcus. How was that?
Good.
Would you like to thank anyone?
Jerry Steinfeld, Flemington, Yamaha, Orion Helmets, Fuel Factory, and everybody else.
Yeah,
Right.
Thank you very much, Cruz. That's your race 2 winner. I'm sure you're pumped about that one, and yeah, go back and talk with your crew and see if you can do the same thing tomorrow.
Okay.
Alrighty, good job, man. Thank you.
Congratulations, Cruz. See you, bud.